Good morning, you saucy little bugger. How are we doing? Full day of eating. Roughly looking probably about 4,400. I almost fell over. What a way to start. Calories today, and this is kind of my day in the life just with food on a double training day as a hybrid W anchor. It's early in the video. I kind of like this to get pushed out by YouTube. You know, I put time and effort into making videos, so if I'm gonna not shun myself, that's usually a good sign. But first meal is now gonna be prepared, and it is not even food on a full day of eating. Now, of course, a white monster. It is 5 a.m. currently, and we're about to head to the gym. Hence why you're not gonna see any food to begin with. And we are gonna be rocking this big old water bottle, but gonna be looking to include a couple of items in there. So let's go make that now. We've got a water bottle, and essentially what we are going to be doing is filling this motherfucker with some lovely things. So as I mentioned, there are a couple of considerations we take first thing, especially when training early doors. So we're gonna be training first thing in the morning and pretty much last thing at night. I want as much time in between sessions as possible so I can replenish glycogen, things of this nature, and feel fresh for both sessions. Now we're gonna start with strength training because it's a little less taxing realistically. Even though it is leg training, it's going to be hella taxing, but it's going to have a greater crossover for the session later if my legs are fatigued realistically. We're going to get more out of it. So considerations we want, obviously, first and foremost, hydration, as well as we want a protein serving to start muscle protein synthesis. Hence why I use a scoop of a EAA and a hydration formula. So you get that within Sweat by TWP. Obviously, I'm not sponsored. My company, Coached by Keevil, if you want to know anything about one-to-one coaching, first in description. We obviously have a partnership with CN Sport, who provide the products I will be showcasing today. Discount code for that, none of your fucking worry, business, that's the word I'm looking for, because it's exclusive for CBK members. So apologies for that, you're gonna have to pay full price. It's still a fucking good price anyway, so there's nothing to complain about there. But we use a scoop of this for EAA, so the essential amino acids for our protein serving, as well as the hydration formula, because it is 5 a.m. I have just got up, and as a result, I'm in my most dehydrated state. Alongside this, our other consideration is carbohydrates. So carbs are going in, about 75 grams of cyclodextrin, and that is going to go in here. What we're going to do is consume half of this bottle before the session, so we have some carbs in the system. We're starting to get hydrated once again, and then for the remainder of a half, that's going to be sipped on throughout the training session. So we have consistent energy throughout. Now I'm also going to put in 10 grams of creatine monohydrate because you need to take your creatine realistically. I may do a little bit more because up to 20 grams we're seeing a little bit more data, essentially showcasing there's a greater overall output and explosive energy. So for my squats today, that's going to be quite good. And then on the way to the gym as well, I'm going to be drinking a Monster. I don't mind all the liquid. It doesn't really sit too bad with me. It will pass through if anything. So yeah, I'm gonna get this all put together now, and that is meal numero uno. And there we have it, meal number one. This is the Jack Baby flavor of the EAA, so it tastes like jelly babies. It is a really good flavor, I have to admit. Let's go train some legs, come on. Post-workout meal. Oh God, the first bit of food. I love this meal, and it's probably my biggest meal of the day. Give or take, in terms of calories and stuff like that, yes it is. Volume across the board on a day like this is relatively low, so for me, it's very easy to consume this amount of kind of calories. We're looking roughly between 4,000, 4,400, give or take today. I think right now, as I've kind of predicted things, it's about 4,200, but couple quality streets here and there as well. You never know. We have got 150 grams here of cream of rice. We've got one lovely banana and 25 grams of peanut butter on top of that. And then alongside it, we've got a serving of pineapple, which is 80 grams, a serving of mixed berries, which is 80 grams, and then 50 grams of whey, which I've made into kind of like a little pudding, which I think I'm gonna start by eating that because it is delicious. If you are drinking your whey protein, what are you doing? Come on, there's honestly better ways of having it, and this is one of the perfect ways. in my opinion. So yeah, we're gonna eat this, we're gonna consume it. I've got a couple of client calls this morning. And we've also got a consultation call, well, a discovery call. That's how I like to determine. Consultation always makes you feel salesy, but I'm there for a discovery call to find about a person realistically more than anything else, rather than just sell my service. If I don't think you're going to align well with what I offer and we're not going to get on, if I can't go down to the pub with you and have a beer, I know I'm not drinking right now, but a non-alcoholic beer at least, we're not going to work. It's as simple as that, especially when it comes to coaching and my ideologies and that. If we're not going to get on, what's the point? You're going to be better suited elsewhere. I've got a network of 90, 100 other coaches that I'm more than happy to refer people onto. So I will happily do that. And when it comes to client calls, I get a couple throughout the day. Most of them are in the evening. And this is one thing I did want to touch on. It was where, I had a member message me at about 9:30 last night. I was just winding down into bed. And they messaged me like, hey mate, look, I'm really sorry. I know it's Monday. I know it's your busy check-in day. But mate, I'm feeling really like I just kind of want to binge right now. What can I do in this situation? I'm like, you free right now? It's like, yeah, let's go jump on a call. We spent half an hour, 40 minutes just kind of chatting things over. Yes, I'm an early bird. I wake up at 5 a.m. I go for a walk straight away. It's the first thing I did, before I even filmed today. I spent an hour of my kind of time, my sacred hour, where I wake up, go for my walk, get a sweet rosa, all these different elements of my life. But at the end of the day, I am there for all of my members, no matter what. I don't switch off. And I know other coaches, they're kind of the mindset of like, look, these are my kind of working hours. This is what I do. But at the end of the day, this job, it's 24/7, in my opinion. Coaching should be that. Because if you're struggling with your relationship with food, if you're struggling with binge eating, or even anything, your training, anything like that, it's round the clock. Look, I have to sleep, of course. That is going to be the main priority for me, is ensuring I have a good quality of sleep. But if someone truly needs me, I'm going to be there for them. And the last thing I want is for someone to hold on to that feeling, feel like they can't reach out because of the time or because it's the weekend. Like how other coaches kind of would put it, like, do not contact me during these times. And for an issue to then spiral into something worse. So when check-in does come around on a Monday, they've had like an awful weekend and they don't want to chat about things. And, you've undone like a whole week's progress and things just down spiral from there. Whereas we can catch it at the source, talk through things, talk about strategies, talk about other coping mechanisms that we can go into. Even just having a chat and letting it out sometimes is some of the best things you can do. I get so much more fulfillment from that than, sorry mate, it's 9 o'clock, I want to get off my phone. No. That's not the case. That's not what coaching should be about, in my opinion. Look, I get boundaries need to be set. But my clients are always going to be at the very tippy top, no matter what. It's the same for like what I have to do. I'm also a carer, 24/7. I can't switch off. If I've got to do something at 11 p.m, wake up and do it, it's got to be done. That's just part of the fucking beast, realistically. That's life. Fucking get on with it. You've got to work. I care a fuck ton about the work I do. I'm going to put my all into it no matter what. I'm going to ensure I keep my priorities as myself, because I have so many people that rely upon me. So if I can't look after myself, I cannot look after them. I cannot be there for them. That is the worst thing. That is the very thing I tell them to do. So if I don't do it myself, I'm the biggest fucking hypocrite. But ultimately, I'm going to make sure I am there for them. I'm going to be there for my members. I'm going to help them in their hardest times. I'm going to fucking celebrate the best times. That's the glory of this job. Either way, I do have a call in half an hour. I need to make sure I'm in a nice parasympathetic state, just nice, relaxed, not chatting or working. So I can eat this, it can digest well, we can get on with work, we can get it done, then head out for a walk after my next meal. Pick myself up a light, because I'm going to need a light, like a chest light for running now, because now the clocks have gone back. Fuck me, it's dark at 5:30. So I know for my run later, I'm going to need something, that's for sure. So yeah, catch up for your next meal. Maybe I'll do a little overlay of one of my calls. We'll see. All right. Little bit of a debrief, but yeah, let's get on with this. Taste test, which I've already tasted a few times. Just look at the consistency. That is magnificent. What I am using, I'll show you, is the DNA Whey. Not sponsored, like I said, with any of it. And as I mentioned in the previous clip, but DNA Way marshmallow crispy bar flavored as a whey. If you like squares bars, you're gonna fucking love this, honestly. Get on it, Shan. Come on. Yeah, let's eat this and I will catch you in a bit. Bye. Oh, I tell you, what a wonderful morning it has been. And we're here with the lovely next meal. Next meal. It's lunchtime. It's 12:10 and we've got ourselves 250 grams of 5% Greek yogurt with 160 grams of more frozen mixed berries and a lovely 100 grams of shredded minis with some lovely milk. Because unlike Jack's Eats, who is a great friend of mine, I'm not a wrong'un who eats cereal with water. There is video footage actually of me doing that exact thing, but that's for social media clickbait, more than anything. That is not what I would usually do. 5% Greek yogurt and 0% is huge difference. Honestly, this is so creamy and delicious. But this is one of my more kind of just normal meals of the day. It's lower carbohydrate, moderate fat, moderate protein. And then the rest of my meals today are going to be primarily higher carb. So I am looking forward to that. I'm going to eat this. Then we're going to go on a walk. We're going to go to the running shop. That is the other side of the river. Grab myself up a light, chest light. There you go. That's the actual word I'm looking for. So I can actually see tonight. Because if I head for a run at 5:30, 6 o'clock tonight, I want to fucking actually see where the fuck I'm going. So yeah, let's go do that. I'm going to eat this first actually before it becomes really soggy. Oh, shredded wheat, mini versions from Lidl. Absolutely amazing. Such a slept on cereal, I tell you. All right. You don't want to watch me just eat fucking food. Maybe you do, but we'll cut to something, I guess. Alrighty, so quick little change of plan. I did just have that meal. I did just go out on my walk and I bought myself a head torch in the end instead of a chest torch. Spoke to the geezer at my local shop and yeah, especially when it comes to trail running for my 100-kilometer run next year. If you didn't know that, happy days, look at that. Then this is going to be so much better for it. Got the best monster in the fucking world in my at the moment for me. This is number one. I don't know who Rossi is, but he sure fucking tastes good, I can tell you that. And then I'm going to do my pre-run meal now. I have a call with a client at 2:30. We're going to do a coaching call discussing the weekend he has just had. I won't go into details because that does not fucking concern you. But I'm going to have my run meal now so I can kind of relax this evening, spend some time with my wife. So I have got 6 wonderful crumpets, as you can see. 2 with banana and honey, 2 with blackcurrant jam, 2 with strawberry jam. I can't not go for that center one. Let's hopefully that's focused on that, but chin chin. That is unreal. So yeah, gonna scram this. I've got, 45 minutes of work to do. Then we head into the call. Then I will go on my run. But after the call, I will talk about my intra-run nutrition as well. It's gone everywhere. Back. Cut to the next bit. So, call all wrapped up. A really good call essentially with the member. I won't name names just in case. But essentially what we were heading over is the difference in environment and the impact that does have, especially when you go from living at home by yourself back to your parents' house for a few days, and where that was essentially the birth of a lot of the underlying behaviors that you previously dealt with, and why it's a lot more difficult to go back into that environment. Because when you think about it, a lot of our coping mechanisms when it comes to food
tend to stem from that house environment, that home environment where we were with our parents originally, whether it be adopting the same behaviors they did, or whether it be coping just because of that environment through school stresses and things like that. So you will naturally find yourself in an easier position to automatically head into the cupboard, go grab a couple of sweets, whatever it may be. It is so much easier just to flick, be in that environment, rather than when you're at home, you have a little bit more control over things. It's a different environment. You set the tone, you set the principle. Whereas at home, you don't have that same control. You don't have that same kind of power. So you have to approach it differently. You have to approach that with that in mind, essentially. So yeah, really, really fucking good. Cool. Like I said, a little bit of a change of plan now. This is when I would have been eating my crumpets originally, but I've already eaten them. So we are going to head out on my run now. We have got road reps this evening, and I'm not 100% sure what I have actually planned today. Please don't sell me 1,200 meters. Let's have a quick look, load my app up. 1,000 meters by 4, our RP8, 90 seconds rest in between. So we'll have a 15-minute warm up, 2 minutes rest, followed by that, and then 15-minute cool down. As well, we're going to be doing a repeat 4 times, hard runs at 1 kilometer RP8, so another 4 kilometers afterwards for that. Oh, okay. I think I just repeated myself. I did. Sweet. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. This is what we're going to eat during it. This is one good thing. I'm going to have one of these now. This is their new bars. This is not a promotion or anything like that. They sent me this before my ultra marathon, but it didn't actually arrive on time, unfortunately. So I've never had the opportunity to actually try these. And it is their new wrapper, their new packaging. And I haven't had the opportunity to actually try it yet. So let's give it a go. Wrapper free. I love these because, you know, the wrapper free part of it is fucking huge for the environment. You don't have to think about holding it and getting rid of it. I mean, just look at that as a kind of, I don't know what the different flavors are. Have you got a, off the top of my head, I can't remember the flavors and there's not a thing on it. I know there's salted caramel. I know there's, aha, there we have it. So that gives you the flavors and it actually should showcase it. So we've got 3 lemon drizzles, 3 cherry bakewells. They're going in the bin. I'm not fucking touching them. 2 honeycomb, 2 salted caramel, and a chocolate orange. So I'm going to have a lemon drizzle before I head out because just look at this beauty. When I've had it before, and I've done videos on this in the past, this is the most delicious oat bar I've ever had. Now, it's covered in a little bit of beeswax, hence why they can actually have it without wrappers and it's proper eco-friendly because you just eat the fucking wrapper. That's delicious. So I'm going to scan that. I'm going to take 2 of these with me. I'll probably take, I'll take a honeycomb and a chocolate orange. And let's go do some running, motherfucker. Hello, hello, hello. It is the next day. I tend to not film at all in the evening just because I like to spend that time to relax, to be with my wife, but still film the food that you saw. So went on the run, had the 3 oat bars. The new flavors and stuff like that aren't the one. I used to rate the old flavors they used to have. Same with the same flavors, but different, formula. So much more. So I don't think I'm going to use them again, to be honest with you. But had that, came back in the evening, had a rice bowl, which was a taco-based rice bowl. So it included some tomatoes, some pepper, bit of sweet corn in there, really getting the veg up into my nutrition. Bit of salsa on top as well. Would typically have onions, but I've kind of omitted onions from my diet. Not for any reason. Digestion-wise, they don't fucking sit well. And it kind of turning into a gas chamber in the evening. And to finish off my carbs, went to M&S and got myself the little salty and sweet rice cakes because they are absolutely fantastic. So that leaves me on about 4,400 calories, a little bit over what was projected, but still nevertheless about 70 calories over realistically what I was trying to go for. Not too shabby then. I was there like eating a rice cake. I'm there like, I'm not going to leave one. Fuck that. So yeah, that is the full day of eating. That's a little bit of an insight as to how things are. Got up this morning, I finished the oat bars off realistically, the 2 that I still wanted, and have given the rest away. Trained with my client this morning, Ollie, absolute legend, and I'm absolutely fucking buzzing with where things are. Just jumped off a group call with the Amplify lot as well. Remember, you know, elite member of the year. Just here, just saying. Coaching's fucking going great. I am in such a fucking beautiful place at the moment with it. And some big things to come, including, and by the time this should come up, I will be releasing my slow cooker recipe book, which is made by our in-house nutrition chef, Kath. There are 10 free recipes for you specifically to download and take advantage of. So, top link in the description, alongside the link to coaching, if you want to learn a little bit more about that in specific, then I'll leave that there for you guys to download, take advantage of it. Irish stew, that's the thing I recommend the most. Fucking beauty if you're a big Guinness fan as well. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully there's a bit of an insight as to how a double day of training looks like for me, how I'm just in a very slight surplus, gaining about 1 kilo a month at the moment on average. And yeah, if there's any question you guys do have, there we go, I can speak. Leave them in the comments, sub for more. We'll leave it there because I'm running out of fucking space on this camera. Bash!